There's any number of cleaners that you can use, but the real key is the green scrubber pad. These types of cleaners, you never want to use this on a fiberglass tub or on porcelain, because this has little bits of metal in it and it actually kind of sands stuff, so you don't want to use this on anything that it would leave a bunch of scratches on. You can use just regular dish soap or any other cleaner. You do want to follow it up when you're finished with some type of stainless steel polish. There's any number of brands out there, a satin finish or whatever. That'll make a big difference. Anyway, here's just one of the most common cleaners, I guess. Starts with 4 and ends with a 9. I think right now what it is. So I'm just going to spray it down real good and let it sit for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on. And you can see it's a pretty gnarly stain there. So, let's see how this works out. Okay, got my gloves on. Now we're just going to use this just like sandpaper and just kind of sand it. And this is called regraining. Going in up here a little bit, you can see all these calcium deposits around the air gap for the disposer dishwasher drain line. So we're gonna just sand all those off too. It doesn't take a whole lot of pressure on the sponge, just moderate pressure. I'm not going to do this yet because I want to show you the difference between when you do it. Okay. So I haven't sanded the drain yet. Okay. Standing all around by the faucet. All those gnarly areas. Okay. Take a peek down there. See how that down there. Okay. So once you get out all the areas sanded, again I didn't sand in the drain yet because I just want to show you the difference. Maybe at the end of this video I can show a complete, before and after photo. Except I forgot to take a photo of it before, but I guess I can grab a still frame from the video. But anyway. And it might take you a couple runs, but it's worth it if it makes your sink look like new. So anyway. Didn't do the drain yet. Okay. I'll show you a good shot of the drain here. And then I'll go ahead and do it. Now you can see around the ridges, around the inside, all that brown gunk. So go ahead and spray it with your chemical. And then take your green scrubber sponge and again, just moderate pressure. Doesn't have to be super, super hard, but just hard enough. And just sand it all the way around. Okay? can probably see an improvement already. So let me go ahead and rinse the rest of the sink. A little bit of a build up here. I'll rinse that off. And now we can kind of use our sponge to clean it all off. Move it all down. Anything new that we find, we can get rid of. Okay. This just removes all the calcium buildups. You can see a lot underneath the faucet also, and this will actually work for that also. You know, maybe easier to get in there and come back later with a toothbrush or a little wire brush, but anyway, I'm just going to do it a little bit here while I can to make it at least a little bit better. At least a little less noticeable. Probably not going to be perfect, but anyway. Yeah, at least it won't look quite as bad. You gotta pick your battles sometimes. Do what you can do. And maybe little by little, you know, detail it out. Spend some more time making it better. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my rag, but you can already see the whole thing's looking quite a bit better. Still like a white residue here. Got like calcium deposits. I had a professional cleaner company come in and clean this already, and that's how dirty it was after they cleaned it. So, not everybody knows this trick. Now that you're watching this video, you'll know this trick, which is pretty simple. You know, it's hard to even call it a trick, but hey, it is what it is. You know, if you can show a difference between start and finish, then it is what it is. So, and it really is about the details. You know, there's always more parts at the top of this here. Okay, so let me go grab my rag and wipe this down, and then I'll show you the polish portion. So I think we're pretty good there. Okay, here's my rag, and I wipe all the other cleaning chemical out. I really don't want to mix chemicals here. And if there's anything else that shows up, maybe we should get that while we're here too. Let's see, a little bit of calcium deposits here. Yeah, so it takes what it takes, you know? A junky job might take you only a few minutes, but a good job might take you 30 minutes, but still we're going to make the difference. You can see all the build up there. Sand it out again. And let's work it out a little bit. Just do a little sander-like motion. I usually like to stand it in the back and forth, but spots might call for a little circular motion. Whatever it takes, right? Make this good up here. Okay, that looks a lot better. Up here you can probably see some smaller deposits again. I'll just make it a little bit better. Okay. So also around this air gap could still use a little bit of detailing. Yeah, a tiny bit there. Okay. Now this part around the dishwasher air gap. You can tell this is backed up before. It's all clear now, but you can definitely tell that water was coming out of there on a regular basis, which indicates that the drain line from the dishwasher drain line to the air gap, from the air gap to the disposal, that line from the air gap to the disposal has been clogged before. Because when you see water spit out of here, that's what that indicates. Got some stubborn stains back there. Even this is having a hard time with it. So I'm going to let that part of it sit for a little bit. Spray a little chemical in there. That a little bit. It's pretty darn stubborn there. That seems to be getting it. Anyway, this is what you call regraining a kitchen sink or a stainless steel sink. It works for anything that's made of stainless steel that's thick enough to take the pressure of the pushiness on it. Okay, that's a bit better. It's not perfect, but enough for you to understand the difference. Okay, so now what you want to do is take a fresh towel and you want to go ahead and spray your stainless steel polish on. Now you should probably always read the manufacturer recommendations for the particular one that you're using. Most of them you just spray it on and let it sit for a little while and wipe it off. Most of them smell pretty good too. And when you wipe it off, you want to wipe it off with a dry cloth. Just kind of makes it more satin, more polished. It definitely works a lot better if you regrain it first, like we did. Okay, so let that sit for a little bit. And you grab your dry rag. After it's seated for a bit, it starts to dry a little bit. So these particular directions tell us shake the can well. Polish surface to a bright spotless shine with a clean dry cloth or towel. If you're using this in a food processing area, you got to make sure that you can't smell anything before you use it. That's a little scary. You don't want to get this on floors because they can get slippery, and the product contains silicone. So it has like a lubricating quality. It's like kind of like silicone spray does. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start to wipe this off and see how it starts to come out here. Polish does more than just make it look good for now. It also coats it with a finish that helps the water to run off. So it's definitely a good thing. I still got enough on my rag to dry it off here. Yeah, the details do make a difference here. Down inside our tray here. Rub this out, polish this out. See if there's any other areas that need our attention. Looks like right here could use a little bit more of the regrain. So let me rub this out a little bit. Wipe it off with our cleaning rag. Spray it with the polish. And rub that out. Okay. And looks like one more little bit of an area here. Okay, there we go. One regrained and polished stainless steel sink. This one happens to be a kitchen sink.